It was very difficult for us to be visible. Because we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have Twitter, we didn't have blogging, we didn't have internet. And anytime you did a mailing, it had to be discreet, an envelope that didn't have our name on it, return address or anything. And getting people together, it was really difficult.
He kept insisting that we needed to do something to get just the Latino core of activism and activists together. And so he started putting together a network of us, and we started doing social things and so forth. We met a lot at Jesus' home, his apartment or his house or wherever he was living, or somebody else's place. We did not go, very rarely did we go to the DGA to hold our little meetings and gatherings. We did that when we became, and we wanted to be part of the bigger picture.
We saw that there was a group in Houston, and then Dallas and Houston got together, and then we formed a group in Austin. We formed a group in San Antonio. I mean, we grew quite a bit. We actually had conferences where we could talk about HIV and AIDS prevention, coalition building, getting the voter out, communicating with your council person. I was denied entrance to a bar one day, and and when I was denied entrance, I didn't think anything about it, but when I stood outside the door, it was in the summer 1980, and I heard the guy say, "Well, that's another Mexican down."
I hear these stories, these discriminatory types of things from friends like a Jesus and others about your discrimination, not only against LGBT men, the gay men, but the women, the lesbians. They would not let lesbians into clubs as well. Dallas has grown. Dallas continues to grow. And Jesus and I and others have played a big difference. We all took a different road. He did his media and his political outreach in other ways. I did mine through the political arena. Because
of my politicalism, and then my art, and having worked for the FCC, KNON Radio, KNON 89.3 FM, gave me the opportunity to have a radio show. I didn't always speak of gay things. I mean, it wasn't, every Sunday you have to be out or outing people or things like that. But people that helped on the radio program had to be gay. How can you be a proud gay Latino when you're in the closet? This was a gay Latino radio show. And everybody knew we were all gay. Nobody cared. Again, it was, young people.
He was just very out, literally, with, who he is as a person, as a human being, which is a really loving, caring, and creative being. There was a lot of fun banter and communication in between, in the what they call the music break, the breaks between music, and they would announce information about not only what was playing, who was playing at the clubs or where to go to hang out and have a good time, but also they were talking about issues and mentioning things like the rallies and where demonstrations would be happening and getting people connected with Dallas issues. It was a really progressive way to not only get the Chicano Latino voice out, but also the queer, bisexual voice out, from a male perspective, and I felt like that was an unheard voice in this community.
He did so very, very well in putting together his Scene From Within Us show on KNON and maintained it. It was a one-person job, and I'm sure he had a crew, but all you knew about was Jesus, and he had a very good lineup of people. He educated the community. He was out there talking to people, and I can say this, without me knowing, when I was running for office, and I ran for the Dallas School Board, which is not a good thing for a gay man to be doing, when they outed me and they did some awful crap, I had friends like Jesus who were out there doing some things for me that I didn't even know about. I guess one of the best thing that I can offer is that when you have people like that, the idiom about you have more friends than you do enemies truly is something that you can rely upon to keep you moving forward.